Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. With the upcoming DLC pack dropping summer of 2026, we're going to be getting a ton of new content, such as 30 plus additional characters. Some of them haven't even been revealed just yet. 20 plus additional customization options, which does range between new supers, ultimates, and outfit pieces for the already existing characters. 4 additional stages. One of them will be getting a variant, so technically 5, just depends on how you look at it. And this new solo mode. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this just because I find this extremely interesting. Customization and this solo mode might be the top 2 things I'm looking forward to the most. Again, the characters, always a plus. The stages, the whole DLC, I'm looking forward to it, right? I can't necessarily decipher which one I'm most excited about, but I just really want to talk about this solo mode. So without further ado, make sure to drop a like, turn on post notifications, subscribe if you're new around here. We are currently on one of the Sparking Zero websites, and I think this is going to be the name of the additional mode. It's called Limit Breaker Journey, which does make sense because they mentioned that you get to select any character from the roster and just go on a journey with them, right? Now, I think this is supposed to be an updated version or maybe something similar to the classic BT3 mode, which was called Sim Dragon. Now, first and foremost, you guys know how they've been dropping the free updates for Sparking Zero. We got the 2 recent updates that included Mission 100 and Survival Mode. I do want to make this clear that this additional game mode is going to be part of the Super Limit Breaker Neo DLC. I don't think this is going to be part of the free update. I very well could be wrong, but just how they're promoting things under the website with the stages, customizations, characters, right? This mode will be part of that DLC pack. It's cool how they're just bringing back all the classic modes from BT3 over into Sparking Zero. I am looking forward to this Sim Dragon just because it does remind me a little bit of the Budokai 3 Dragon Universe, where you got to select characters from the roster. It wasn't necessarily everybody, there was only like 12, 15 of them, and same concept. You level up your character, max I believe is 99. You put the attribute points into the different categories. We had the Vital, Key, Attack, Guard, Arts, Ability, Computer, and even with the free roam exploration. I know it wasn't necessarily 100% free roam, but this is how it was back in the PS2 days, specifically for the Dragon Ball games. I think Budokai Tenkaichi 2 even had something similar to this. Now, we are going to be able to level up and increase our character. That's something that they also mentioned. However, we're not necessarily going to be getting that free roam exploration. They kind of displayed a little bit of that within the trailer itself. We just click on the character or just the location that we want to fly to, and then it provides this small cutscene, the transition, right? So it will have this small RPG element to it, which again, going back to the classic Sim Dragon, that's what it was. You got to level up your character, you got to rest a little bit to get stronger, just because according to Goku, resting is also a huge part of training, which obviously, and you know, go up against the characters, rinse and repeat. So I think this game mode will be the best out of the 3 or the other 2 that they already implemented. Maybe it will have a bit more depth to it. Probably that's why it's part of the paid DLC pack. So this is what I had to say over here on the website. A brand new single player experience dedicated to deepening players' connection with their favorite characters. Again, you get to pick any character from the entire roster. So right now there's around 210. Could be totally wrong about that, but with the DLC, that's an additional 30 plus. So in range between 230, 250 characters, which is absurd. This is going to be adding some life and longevity to the game because you get to do this journey with every single character. Progress through branching scenarios, fights, and events, train characters through battle, earn unique rewards, and carry your growth into online play. So I'm mainly looking forward to the unique rewards and the growth into the online play. But before we talk about that, here we have a visual of the Archipelago stage. That's where UI Goku's currently at. His SP, which I believe is just a different abbreviation for his power level. He's currently level 1, and then you can see we have the opponents on the map. We have the option to go up against Hit level 2, Power Awaken Piccolo level 2, Gogeta Blue level 2, and then we just level up from there. Kind of do this strategic play where you want to put your attributes into which category: key, stamina, strength, and then it will also display your current power level, right? Because they mentioned that your aura will increase. We also get to roam around and hunt down the Dragon Balls. If you look at the bottom right corner of the screen there, hopefully that's not referring to the reward system, because if it is, then that's very bare bones. Nobody cares about the Dragon Balls in terms of getting them as rewards, right? We need that to be polished up, please. Spike Chunsoft. The bottom left corner of the screen, we have the health gauge, the one Sensu Bean, and then there's like this rectangular white box with a recycle symbol, I believe. The top left corner of the screen, it says 1 out of 10. Don't know what that's representing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this mode. It seems very promising, right? So going back to the unique rewards, we need some incentive behind this game mode. You know, if you want to get that new Goku outfit, because do keep in mind, there's going to be 20 plus new customizations, right? They've confirmed the battle damage for mid Goku, the 59 outfit for Z End Goku, as well as the End of Z Bluegi, right? What if they lock some of those customization outfits, maybe even supers and ultimate attacks, behind this mode, saying if you want that End of Z Bluegi, then you have to complete Limit Breaker Journey as Z End Goku. That would be great, right? That's like the major thing they're missing behind their video game. Because Mission 100, that's cool. Survivor mode, that's cool. But you don't necessarily get anything from those modes. You play it, you have fun. I guess, you know, leveling up your experience. But that's it. You get the basic Zenny rewards, Dragon Balls maybe. It's extremely simplistic and not great for the reward system. So how cool would it be for this new mode? The reward system, they decided to finally do all that stuff, where you have to play the actual game to unlock the outfit, supers, and ultimate attacks. Just imagine this: when you go up against someone online, let's say they have the End of Z outfit for Z and Goku, and then you think to yourself, bro, this guy had to level up his character, go through the entire journey, destroy Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Omega Shenron Beerus at the same time, 3v1, and I can't do that, but he did. I'm about to get obliterated. You know what I mean? Make it fun, man. Now, I do want to go over to the actual trailer over here. 3 different steps, the map that we went over, the battle events where you get to play as your leveled up character, and then after the battle, step 3, this is where you level up your character even more, right? But again, wanted to go over specifically to the reward system, just because listen to what Whis has to say.
A wonderful reward ready for you. To complete the task, I have a wonderful reward ready for you.
If you complete the task, I have a wonderful reward for you. What does that mean? Can we get additional supers, ultimates, outfits, and not just the basic bare bones Zennies? But over here, this very well could be one of those rewards, right? Where you get to enlarge your ki, but I actually don't think so. We do level up our character. So again, this aura here is probably just representing your new power level. The before image on the left is probably like level 1 UI Goku. And then after you level up, fight a lot of the characters, then you get that enlarged aura. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to the most. The second thing I'm also looking forward to is the powered up characters. You get to transfer them from the Limit Breaker Journey mode over to the online play. Isn't that interesting? That is bizarre. There are a couple modes already, the player matches, ranked matches, but I feel like, this is just speculation theories, obviously, within the Limit Breaker Journey mode, there's also going to be this online feature where you get to take your powered up character and then just play as them online against other players' powered up opponents. You know what I mean? That's actually cool. Applauds to Spike Chunsoft for coming up with that. I feel like this could have been something for the classic BT3 days, but PlayStation 2 this time period didn't necessarily have online play, except for the Wii. Wasn't necessarily the best, but this one is probably going to be the best out of all the modes that's currently in Sparking Zero. At least that's how I'm looking at it. Or maybe it could be part under the item battles, because I think there is a mode where you get to toggle on and off the items. So maybe you get to save your powered up character in a capsule, and to play as that powered up capsule or character, you have to equip that capsule, right? Now, I do want to go over here to Shin Ai. Shout out to them for kind of breaking things down. Limit Breaker Journey is the most interesting addition to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero so far. A solo mode with training, plus build customization, power expansion, new aura, character growth that carries online. What remains unclear is the reward structure. New aura appears to be one layer, but while rewards also extends to costumes and or accessories. This was, I was just talking about that for a while. Here we have the image that was on the website. What is this new mode? A brand new single player experience dedicated to deepening players' connection with their favorite characters. Progress through branching scenarios, fights, and events, train characters through battle, earn unique rewards. They're saying unique rewards, the developers, but we don't know how epic they'll actually be. And carry your growth into online play. So that's just going to be the basic description. Going over here, navigation, scenarios, and elements. So this is actually a new image. I'm not sure if this is custom made or if this is something that the developers actually provided. But this time around, UI Goku is SP65. You can see his stamina. Okay, so that's the stamina, not his health gauge. And it's right now out of 70. What does stamina mean, though, within this mode? We got the additional Sensu, the Dragon Balls. Yeah. Top left does say turns, 3 out of 10. And yeah, just more powered up characters. Oh, you can tell when their power increases, they have like this red aura behind their character icon. You see Oob with the red aura, Broly, level 67, level 72. You could make things challenging if you really wanted to. You see how Goku's 65? Yeah, so let's say if you want to go up against Gohan instead, level 73. Make things challenging. Instead of going against Rosie over here, level 65, you'll probably just defeat her with ease. And also, the characters that you defeat that are at a higher level, you'll probably get a bit more experience back to level up your specific character. So if you are very talented at the game, that's probably the best case scenario, because how difficult could a battle be when the opponent is only like 10 levels above you? You know what I mean? Maybe not that difficult. Going down here, we have like the descriptions. I believe just speculation of what each HUD thing could represent. The image above shows a stamina bar that seems to be consumed each time an opponent is fought. This would allow players to plan their strategy accordingly. Okay, interesting. So maybe it will consume more stamina when you try to go up against a higher level opponent. But how do you refill that stamina? Maybe after you defeat the opponent? We don't know. Alongside the stamina bar, there's a Sensu Bean that appears to restore energy, and a ticket that presumably lets you retry a battle in theory. Yeah, man, comment down below what's your best guesses about all of these items. The Sensu, that's could be a bit more obvious, just replenishes your stamina gauge, your health, or whatever, because that's what it does. Branching scenarios. The map shows multiple character icons spread across different points of interest, suggesting players can choose their own path through various battle events in theory. Yep, turn-based navigation. In theory, this mode features a world map overlaid with a grid and a turns counter showing 3 out of 10 in the image, indicating that movement or actions are presumably limited per session. Maybe within those 10 turns, you have the chance to level up your character before you can't level him up anymore. maybe 10 turns for each character within the roster. That's like the complete journey of the game mode. I don't know. We can only theorize around here. But going over to the next one, character leveling and growth. So this is actually the image that they showed in the actual trailer. Grow into an even greater Super Warrior. Level 62 UI Goku. You can see the experience gauge right there. We have the parameter with the different buffs, the icon on the right side of the screen with the spectrum of everything, the attributes. Master Roshi, the battle art, previously I said that could be just your second, third, and fourth characters, but maybe you're just going in alone. Maybe the battle arts Master Roshi, for example, is just increasing your stats, right? Because it does say main effect increases SP by 10, and secondary effect, blast attack boosts by 7, defense boost by 1, skill gauge recovery boost 2, right? That's what Master Roshi does, apparently. Battle arts and training. In the trailer, you notice your character is fighting while also learning. Assuming the battle art functions as a customizable slots system that directly drives character progression and growth, yeah, as I just mentioned, equipping them directly alters the parameter in the hex grid, visually expanding your character's stats such as health, power, and ki. And that's what they kind of displayed over here on the right with the before and after picture. Visual growth and new aura, something to take into notice as your character's strength increases. They can be surrounded by a special aura that visually represents their growing power level. And do keep this in mind, you can bring this character over to online battle. Whether it's a separate online mode within this new journey mission, right? Or if they're just going to put it under the player battle with capsules on, you kind of save your character's progression within a capsule, as I mentioned before. Now for the actual rewards. Will new rewards be the incentive to play this mode? Not going to lie, most likely the rewards will be bare bones, you know, just get the Dragon Balls, just get the basic Zenny, because that's what they have been doing with Mission 100, Survival Mode, even the exclusive Raid mode. You guys know how we got to go up against Whis, Frieza, DBS Broly. Yeah, the rewards for that specific mode, it was just basic Zenny and stuff. Title cards, icons, whatever it may be, right? Not necessarily additional unlockables for characters. That's something that this mode should do, right? And this is just an example. You play as King Vegeta to unlock the DBS outfit. We got the Vegeta End of Z attire going on there. Complete the mission mode as Vegeta, Bardock, the DBS Retcon variation with Super Saiyan. That's something that we haven't seen. Trunks fighting with the Saiyan armor when he went back to his timeline, defeated Cell. Second Coming Broly. Ooh, that would be the best one. Everybody will unlock him day one. Super Saiyan Vegeta. That's the thing that we actually saw within the What If. Bojack Trunks. Dude. Broly aura type. Yeah, see, auras, plasma, lightning for the characters. You know, let's make the customization epic as possible. But I'm keeping my expectations extremely low whenever it comes to the rewards. But who knows, man? Who knows? It could be decent this time around. So that's essentially just what I wanted to talk about, the game mode. Again, I'm looking forward to not only this mode here, but the entire DLC, Super Limit Breaking Neo. Thank you guys for the immense support, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.